Have you ever looked at one of those crazy market charts? You know, the ones with a million flashing lines, and just wondered, how on earth does anyone make a decision in like a split second? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain on the smart tools that make it all happen.
Yeah. Does this look a little familiar? It's just a sea of information, right? Blinking lights, data streaming in. It's honestly like trying to drink from a fire hose. So the big question is, how do you possibly find the signal in all of that noise?
This right here, this is what we call the trader's overload problem. Your brain is just completely swamped. It's trying to process everything all at once and you just freeze up. It's analysis paralysis. It's just noise, constant, endless noise. And while you're trying to figure out what this chart is doing, a massive opportunity over there could just slip right through your fingers. It's super stressful, and let's be real, it's almost impossible to get it right all the time.
So what's the solution? How do you cut through all that chaos? Well, you use a tool that's built specifically for clarity, and for this explainer, that tool is called TurboQuant.
Okay, so here's the core idea, and it's super simple. TurboQuant takes all of that messy, confusing data we just looked at, and it boils it all down to one single thing, a smart trading signal. That's it, simple as that. But how? How does it actually do that? I know it sounds a bit like magic, but it's not. It's actually a really logical step-by-step process. Let's break down the 3 main steps. Okay, step 1, it just gathers data, tons of it, from stocks, crypto, forex, you name it, it's pulling it in. Then comes the really cool part, step 2. It finds patterns. It scans all that data for little trends and behaviors that a human eye would just completely miss. We're talking about things that are almost invisible across thousands of different assets at once. And then step 3, bam! It generates a signal, a simple, clear arrow. Green for buy, red for sell. No more second guessing.
All right, so seeing a signal is one thing, but actually trusting it with your own money, whoa, that's a huge leap of faith, right? That's where this next part comes in, and it's all about building confidence. You test it first, and then you automate. So this whole process is called back testing. Think of it like a time machine for your strategy. You're basically telling the tool, hey, take this idea and run it on all the data from last year. It then pretends to make all the trades and shows you what would have happened. And if it shows a profit, well, then you know you've got a solid strategy, all before you risk even a single penny. And once you've proven that the strategy is solid, that's when you can flip the switch. You go from testing to letting the tool actually place the trades for you, automatically. The system is doing the clicking, so you don't have to.
So what's the real edge here? What's the big advantage? Honestly, it all boils down to 2 things: incredible speed and pinpoint accuracy. Let's take a closer look.
This comparison says it all, really. On one side, you've got the human trader. Look, we're smart, but we're also kind of slow. And we're emotional, right? Fear, greed, that stuff clouds our judgment, and we definitely miss things. But then you look at TurboQuant. It processes information instantly. It's 100% data-driven, 0 emotion involved. And its whole job is to see everything. So when you put all of this together, what do you get? It's actually pretty simple. You get smarter trading simplified.
So let's just recap the big takeaways here. First, you get speed. We're talking decisions in milliseconds. Then you get accuracy, because you're relying on data, not a gut feeling. You get insight, the power to uncover those hidden opportunities nobody else sees. And finally, you get incredible efficiency by automating the entire process.
When you really think about it, a tool like TurboQuant is a perfect example of how data, patterns, and automation are just completely changing the trading game forever. And, you know, that kind of leaves us with one last big question to chew on. This stuff isn't just about trading, right? As this kind of smart technology becomes more common in every single field, what does that mean for the future of human decision-making itself? It's definitely something to think about.